Hey everybody, it's Sherry from Alleged Actually, and welcome back to another episode of Alleged Actually podcast. Now, so today it is Monday, but as you guys know, there was no Married to Medicine new episode last night because it was Super Bowl Sunday, right? Okay. Well, so I decided tonight that I was going to come on and we're going to do a Bravo mashup. And basically, what that means is I get a chance to talk about the shows that I just don't have the time to recap, but I'm still watching them. So before I get to that, did you guys watch the Super Bowl last night? I mean, it was good. So what did y'all think about Usher's halftime show? Now, I guess my opinion was semi-popular, maybe slash unpopular. I put up a Facebook post last night, kind of polling everyone to see where they were. I gave him a 6 out of 10. The hubby gave him a 7. And it was kind of all over the place. It was some were 9s and 10s, some were 6.5. And here's why, guys. I realize there's not but so much you can do in your 15-minute time slot. But everybody was just buzzing about like his residency in Vegas. And I wanted to see that. I wanted to see all that, like, all that glitz glam, all that hype. Usher is a great entertainer. And now the skates were a good thing. And then the A stuff, Luda, Little John, Jermaine Dupri. I was here for all of that. But overall, Alicia Keys, why? Even her, I didn't get it. Again, guys, you can put it in the comments. Honey, you can drag me if you want to. I'm used to it. No biggie. Just my opinion. I don't think it measured up to what I was looking for. Maybe my expectations were a little too high. I don't know. Anywho, let's move on to our Bravo mashup. So I typically do Married to Medicine. You guys know that. I've done Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. But I haven't got a chance to recap that is currently airing and actually about to wrap up. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Miami, and we're getting into a new season of Vanderpump Rules. I'm going to give you my thoughts first on Beverly Hills. I love those girls, right? I mean, who doesn't? But, all right, here we go. So, Beverly Hills. Biggest takeaways for me, Kyle's storyline, her and Mauricio struggling. I hate that. The teaser of them trying to allude to the fact that Kyle is having a lesbian affair with Morgan, the country singer. I don't believe it. I believe they're friends, but I think that was contrived for a storyline. And I could be wrong, y'all. I mean, I've seen things out there and I've seen people have different opinions on that. Child, I listen. I also think Dorit, seems like to me, who's having more of the marital issues is Dorit and PK. Dorit, in his opinion, has become insufferable with her trauma from the break-in, which is kind of sad. Dorit does come off as a bit of a drama queen, so let's be clear. But that was traumatizing. I mean, I don't know. I think PK could give her a little grace there, but I'm sure there's more to it than just that. We saw where he had his DUI a couple, like last season, a year or two ago. I think he's had some financial issues. There's more to it than just him being annoyed by her being anxiety driven by the break-in. So let's be clear. Erica Jane. Miss Ma'am has slimmed way down. I saw her at BravoCon and I was like, oh my God, that's Erica Jane. She's tiny, y'all. I mean, you see it on the screen, but she's little. That Ozempic deal, she's y'all, she's little. I think it hasn't. I'm on Ozempic too. Oil now, Wegovy, but same thing, semaglutide. It's done something to her face, but let's be clear. I love Erica Jane. She started off as a Zen Erica, and then she came through with the Denise Richards episode. Y'all, the episode when Kyle had the THC or marijuana infused meal. That was crazy, but it was good TV. Denise Richards came in there out of her freaking mind, child. Her and Faye Resnick came in together. Listen, I don't know what she was doing. Now, she's done podcast interviews and things saying that she was on cold meds, that she had asked to not have the THC infused meal, but maybe they put some in her meal. Child, the chef done came through on social media and debunked all that, honey. He came and read her for filth. He was like, no, ma'am. You walked in that party obliterated. She was whatever it was. It was doing what it was supposed to do. She was out of her mind. The scene where Dorit was telling her that her jacket was upside down was hilarious. Child. Really and truly, that she kept coming at Erica about why Erica was coming for her, I guess last season, whatever, or the last season that she was on. But it didn't make much sense. She couldn't really articulate why she had an issue with Erica or what Erica did to her. Erica kept her head really cool until it was another scene where they saw each other again at Crystal's taco night, and child, it went left. Erica tore her up about the OnlyFans account that she has and her daughter has, and that she only makes like child $10, something like that. It was crazy. So the real Erica came back out. And Erica has her residency in Las Vegas, which shout out to you, Erica. That's good. She's trying to find her way. She the Zen part went left on the Denise Richards thing, but I mean, Denise was begging for it. I did like, okay, so now let's backtrack. And I get a lot of comments about Garcelle. I love Garcelle, by the way. So the thing between Garcelle and Dorit, when they were at Crystal's taco night, when they were really coming for Sutton about how she made out with her driver, and they were, repeating gossip and coming for her. And then we're going to get to Anne-Marie too, child, because I got my opinions on her. Why? So basically, when she was coming, asserting herself into that, and Garcelle said what she said, and Dorit said that she felt attacked, and Garcelle made the comments that, that is offensive. And now I'm going to tell y'all, I feel her on that. It is. Garcelle didn't raise her voice. She didn't sound angry. She was simply addressing her. It is a thing that us as African American women get weaponized for, that the minute that we are speaking our minds or defending ourselves or talking about a topic, that we come off as attacking, aggressive, angry. Those are trigger words. So I totally got it. Some people, of course, didn't get it. If you don't live it, you're not going to understand it. I didn't necessarily love when they did the scene together, when Dorit tried to apologize that Garcelle called Dorit a Karen. I think Dorit truly wants to be better and learn better. I just think it is an educational thing. And for her to say that it's not her job to educate, it's not. However, when you call someone on the carpet and you make sure that you let them know that what they're doing or saying is making you feel a certain type of way, there is a small bit of education that you have to give them so they can understand it. So I rock with you, Garcelle. I do, because I think you did that with grace. You did that so cool. But I do think that Dorit, I don't believe that Dorit is malicious enough that she's doing that to purposely portray you in that light. I think that a little education may be needed. And she's asked for it. I don't think she intends to offend her at all. I don't. And so, though I like the way that Garcelle did it really nice and cool, not angry, not loud, none of that. She was very, very cool. And I like that she speaks her mind. I like that Dorit can take it. Dorit wants to be better. That part I love. Okay. So I love it. Then the ladies, then of course, you have Anne-Marie. So she's the new one on the cast. I'm not sure what she's bringing to the table. It's not a lot. She is a nurse anesthetist. And her and Crystal had beef. Crystal's really non-confrontational usually, but the two of them, they just weren't feeling each other. And apparently she's Kyle's friend. So Kyle has brought her into the group. What do I think about Anne-Marie? I don't think she adds much to this show. I think she's trying too hard. She's just coming. Y'all, you know how when they bring a friend of the show on or a new housewife, I think that they think their assignment is that they have to come through and just like blow spots up, and they don't. Let's get to know you. Why don't we know? Let's see your family, your husband. Let's see how you're living. Let's see what do you have going on. It's like you come in a friend group and you just want to start stuff because you want to be relevant. And it's just trying too hard. Now, Crystal and her certainly butt heads, but it was the thing with Stratton that just turned me off. I mean, listen, I think her talking about when she said that she had a small esophagus and her like doing this whole thing, deep dive into her medical condition was way off. Y'all, that was off-putting on a level that I don't even know. I mean, that turned people off. First of all, you are not her doctor. It is not your place to be sitting amongst other women in a friend group and discussing her medical condition that she said, okay, I have a small esophagus because they were talking about how she doesn't eat. But it is not your place to give conflicting details on what she believes to be her condition and how her doctor has diagnosed her with what medication and what she can do. No, not good. Very off-putting. Very off-putting. So, no, not here for it. I think they went to Barcelona and maybe Anne-Marie, she maybe redeemed herself when Crystal had her health scare with the high blood pressure issue. They were getting ready to go out and Crystal was really sick. And Anne-Marie, despite their fights, arguments, disagreements, dislike for each other, she went into her medical mode and did assist. And I mean, okay, you won me back over a little bit there. Another good scene. I loved how Sutton brought her the ashes of an acclaimed dancer, Merce, and she had people surrounding her that were good friends, and Erica Jane at that dinner party when they had those. I don't even remember the word they used, but the highly intelligent, very worldly, very very accomplished folks in the group. Erica held her own, child. Erica was drunk, but she was speaking science. That child knows a thing or two. You can tell she's been in some major circles, and I was here for it. And she did talk about how she had Merce in the Ziploc bag. I guess when you initially get ashes, they're in a Ziploc bag, and then she had it in a thing, but child. Anyway, I'm rambling. I just wanted to highlight the things that I'm watching. I think Beverly Hills was a fairly good season so far. they're gonna wrap it up soon, so it's not a whole lot going on much more. I think there's maybe a few more weeks. I really think that Anne-Marie is a one and done. I doubt she's coming back. I really don't believe she's coming back, y'all. It's a no for me. I don't think the situation with Kyle, I'm not sure how it's gonna play out, but the Morgan thing, I felt it was contrived. I don't think it's real. But more to follow. I did see her at BravoCon and she talked about her family situation. She cried. I believe that there's certainly trouble in paradise between her and Mo. The fact that he wasn't there when her best friend committed suicide and she had that event spoke volumes. I mean, there's some, and then, we've seen him in the press out there with his Dance with the Stars co-star. So it definitely is some trouble in paradise, but we'll just have to see how it all pans out. Now let's talk a little bit about Real Housewives of Miami. Okay. My biggest beef. Okay, first of all, let me say this. Okay, let me say this, y'all. I think that Gertie is so brave to share her breast cancer journey with us on the show. She really is. I love Gertie. Gertie is dramatic, but in this sense, no. Gertie has really come through and, she is taking us with her through this journey. I love the lady's support for her. I was mad at Larsa, though, for telling her business. Larsa's getting on my nerves, okay? Y'all, speaking of Larsa, the latest tea is that her and Marcus may no longer be a thing, that she scrubbed him from her Instagram. Now, I went over there and looked. There's still a photo of them too. I think it's right before her look for the reunion. But there's no, they were intertwined. And I mean, seems to be he is not a presence on her Instagram anymore. So there may be more to follow there too. And I will let you know. But let's just say Real Housewives of Miami. Okay, fairly good season. Lisa. You gotta let Lenny go. You are wearing them girls out talking about some Lenny child. I know it hurt. Listen, divorce is hard, particularly when you're blindsided. But she is so absorbed with that I don't think she realizes how she's coming off. Her boyfriend Jody is a saint because it couldn't be me. She really needs to sit down and speak with someone about that. She needs a therapist, and Jody's not it. She really needs to talk to somebody and get on with her life. And don't get me wrong, I know that the last episode where Lisa and Kiki got into it, and then there was another episode where Kiki tried to explain her part in it, and it went left because Lisa it fell on deaf ears. That was hurtful to watch, right? But there's like three things I want to touch on with Miami because I don't recap it, but I'm just gonna tell you what I think. So I think the season's really good. I think that Alexia and Marisol need to get off of Nicole for real. That whole thing with the mama's luncheon, that was all Adriana. It wasn't her. Julia told them the truth, and they still want to put it on Nicole. Why? Because Nicole is a doctor. She's about that life. She's wealthy. I don't know. I don't know why they keep coming for her so strong because I don't know how she's blamed for that. Adriana did that on purpose to blow up Alexia's spot with her finances. So, because on Watch What Happens Live, Alexia still was coming for her. I don't get it, man. Y'all can put it in the comments if y'all want to let me know what's up because Nicole has tried. I don't know why they're so mad at her, other than that girl is mad successful. Just saying. And then let's go with the dynamic with the Larsa and Gertie thing. Larsa should not have repeated what Gertie said to her. I really believe Gertie had every right to be extremely angry. People said it came from a good place. Like she was just trying to, I guess, rally up the girls to be in support, but it came off as Child, she told you not to say nothing and you did. And then when she confronted you, you really didn't take ownership. Didn't like that. What I did like that Larsa did, now Lisa, throughout the season, we know that she's been going through a really bad divorce with her soon to be ex husband, Lenny. And I mean, child, he's trying to take the house from her, the cars. I mean, it's bad. Is it superficial because, people are saying, well, she's just mad because, she doesn't have that same lifestyle. But let's be clear, guys. I know. So she married a plastic surgeon and she had this fabulous but for someone to snatch it from you, if that's what you've known for years, we can say it's superficial. Everybody can say, well, oh, she needs to get her own thing. She should be independent. But come on, guys. Now, I want to give Lisa a little bit of a break because that's life changing. It's a lot to adjust to. So I really think, though, that instead of her lashing out the way she did, like she did with Kiki, the way that she just gets so upset when someone says, hey, sweetheart, you need to move on. You just really, let things go. I think she just needs to go to a therapist and really work through it. It's not easy. Divorce is hard. I've been there. Mine wasn't as nasty, but it's just life as you know it changes, and that's an adjustment. And no one can tell you how to feel about that, right? How long it should take you to get over it. Now, is she really obnoxiously talking about it? Yeah, but I don't think she can help it. But I really think she needs some help, y'all. I do. I do like how, so they went to Barcelona, and the scene that I loved is when they went to the church, and Julia was apprehensive because she had a son that passed away from shaken baby syndrome. Yeah, that was the saddest story ever. And the last time she was in the church was for her baby's funeral. And then Gertie was there, of course, to have prayer for her cancer and the fact that she was scared, fighting for her life. That scene was so touching. And honestly, I really felt like for that particular scene, it was just a moment for the girls, right? The rest of it, they get right back to fighting. Larsa and Gertie, Kiki and Lisa. And the thing with Kiki and Lisa, so Lisa had gotten the call from her attorney that basically a lot of the things had been settled because it makes more sense, or they were trying to make a settlement. I think they're actually going to go to court. They're going to have to fight. And she was being a little bit aggressive because of the news she got. So they go on a gondola ride and they come to this part where it's kind of, they're in, they are actually in Mexico, and they come to this part where it's a part where people don't live well. There's like hut type homes, and there's dogs that, are out there. And she starts throwing chicken, things that they have on the gondola, out to the dogs. But for Kiki, from her stance, Kiki is Haitian and grew up in a similar setting. And it really hurt her that she looked down on these people like, you have to throw food from this boat to the dogs so these people would not feed their dogs, or that she'd made this statement that, well, because they told her to stop. And she's like, oh no, I'm throwing chicken. It's better than what these people have fed their dogs, I can assure you, when you don't know that. And then when it goes to the other episode or the scene where Kiki explains her childhood to Lisa, because Julia had kept coming to Lisa explaining, hey, Kiki is saying you're this, you're selfish, you're self-absorbed, you're, entitled. I don't know why Julia did that. But I'm assuming producers might have egged her on to keep things going because they were coexisting after their fight on the gondola, but they clearly hadn't gotten themselves together, because every time Kiki got in any space of Lisa, she'd be like, "Oh, don't try to fight me," or "Don't throw anything on me. Don't throw a juice box on me." Because the deal was, okay, so the deal was, let me go back to the gondola. The deal was that when she was throwing the thing to the dogs, Kiki was trying to explain that it was offensive to her. Lisa gets up and is yelling, and she keeps telling Lisa to sit down. Clearly, Lisa was the aggressor. So here we go again, right? So then it keeps on until Kiki stands up. Kiki got enough of it. I mean, Lisa was going at her hard. And then eventually Kiki throws a juice box at her. And then it just becomes this craziness. So this is where I tell you that I will appreciate Larsa. Larsa did tell Lisa that she was way off base. Kiki tried everything to not make it go there, be confrontational. And Lisa kept standing up and doing all this and yelling and screaming. Lord, it was bad. So I appreciated that Larsa is the kind of friend that can tell her friend when she's wrong. Uh, so Kiki then explains her childhood, why it was triggering to her, why she said the things she did. And then Lisa comes back and says, I cannot be, I have all this going on, and it's not my fault for your childhood trauma, y'all. Because Kiki's was kicked out and been on her own since she was a young teenager. That was hurtful. I don't know what's up with Lisa. I generally like her this season. I don't like what I'm seeing, but I'm going to chalk it up to the fact that she probably needs some professional help to deal with her divorce, her lifestyle change, the things that she's dealing with in the public. I know it's a lot, but child, that was bad. That was rough to watch. I want to think Lisa's better than that, but I don't know, y'all. That was bad. And that was how that scene ended. Now, my prediction for Real Housewives of Miami, it's giving. It's giving. The reunion, God, anytime Andy has a reunion with the girls from Miami, child, he can't talk. They be yelling. We will see. We will definitely see. I don't know. I mean, what's going to happen there, but we'll see. Let's just keep tuning in. And now, my last one that I want to talk about is Vanderpump Rules. So it's only been 2 episodes, and I've been so waiting for it to come on, guys. That's my thing. I mean, who was not here for Scandal? Y'all, that was crazy, right? Listen, it comes on. This is now 2 episodes. And listen, there is nobody that's more team Ariana than me, okay? But she's starting to piss me off. Maybe that's unpopular too. Look, I get it. God, he did hurt her. And that thing with him and Raquel or Rachel, whatever you want to call them, scandalous. But I do not like how she is villainizing Schwartz. Tom Schwartz didn't do it. That was his friend, but daggone, what do you want from the man? I mean, his loyalty lies with his friend, but in the same breath, he did not think what he did was right. He's tried to apologize. She blocked him. She treated him like trash. The episode when she had to go to the bar, it's giving, it's giving martyr. I am over it. Y'all. And then in the second episode, when Lala tried to ask her about, like, why are you still in the house with Tom Sandoval? Listen, Ariana's getting on my nerves, okay? I find it very sophomoric and very childish that she expects her friends to not be friends with anybody that's associated with Tom Sandoval. Like, we're not in middle school. We're grown, right? And some of them have long friendships with him. Sheena, of course, Schwartz, Katie. I mean, they've all been around each other for a long time. I understand she's hurt. But I think instead of healing, I get it, but move on with your life. It was a bad thing you did, but I don't think your relationship was great. Sometimes, if you take a little time to be introspective, you would see that it wasn't working anyway. And I know she was blindsided. Look, I am certainly not condoning, because in my opinion, Raquel was on that sociopath level. How do you come up in my face, talk to me about my relationship, pretend to be my friend while you're banging my man? No, ma'am. I sincerely get why Ariana's feeling the way she is. What I don't get is the energy she's putting out to her friends. And you know what, guys? Is it just me? Lala is so traumatized with what happened to Randall that she makes every situation about her and that. She also needs to see a therapist, y'all. I know it hurt, but sis, you lost them how you got them. Sis. Get that pretty baby. I really feel like Lala thought, I'm a banger. I'm bad. I'm a bad B. Randall looking like Randall. Look, I got him. I secured the bag. I got a baby by him. And then he did her the same way he did his wife before he met Lala. Listen, y'all, I don't know. There's only been 2 episodes. I'm going to keep tuning in. I don't like how Ariana's coming off, okay? James Kennedy, he's grown up. I'm digging where he's going. He's got him a place with this girl. He's still with the same girlfriend. I like that. I like him this season. Feel bad for Schwartz. Schwartz gets a bad rap because of his affiliation with Sandoval. I hate that for him. He seems like a nice guy. Maybe not the brightest, but a nice guy. God, y'all catch him. Give him some slack. I don't know. It's still early. And y'all, I'm not a fan of Katie. Put it in the comments. Let me know how you feel. Katie Maloney gets on my nerves. Sheena. I like Sheena. But that's kind of all I got to say. It's not a whole lot. Like I said, I'm not recapping. I'm just chatting. I wanted to talk to you guys. I missed it. I didn't have Meredith Medicine to come do my recap on. So I wanted to come on here and just give you guys like some of my opinions, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent. Who cares? But hey, put in the comments what you think about the shows. We talked about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Miami, and Vanderpump Rules. So put in the comments, what are you guys feeling about these shows on Bravo? What are your opinions? Let me know. Give me some feedback. Talk to a sister. But thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been great. And please tune in Thursday when we do the recap for Married at First Sight Denver. And then we also will be back on Saturday or Sunday with some pop culture. Thank you guys. Thank you, every one of you guys that have subscribed. Thank you for all your comments. Please continue to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button, all that, right? Come on back. Thank you so much, everybody. We appreciate you. So keep coming back. Bye.